Okay, sixth graders, we're moving forward in the chapter 3, section 8, and we are going to divide decimals by decimals. Earlier we worked on dividing decimals by whole numbers, but today we're going to divide decimals by decimals, which is exactly what our I can statement is. I can divide decimals by decimals. Okay, so our first example is 10 and 14 hundredths divided by 5 and 2 tenths. Don't get confused, that's just a period. Okay, so 10 and 14 hundredths goes inside the bracket, and remember we called that the dividend because the bear that lives in the den, divided by 5 and 2 tenths. Okay, this is called your divisor. Now, the problem with doing anything at this point is that I need my divisor to be a whole number. And the only way that I can make that a whole number is if I move it all the way to the right. Well, if I move this one place to the right, then I have to move this in the dividend. That has to move one place to the right. So really what I'm dividing, because that decimal moved right here between the 1 and the 4, and now I'm dividing by 52, and that's a whole number. So I move that one place, and it means I got to move that one place, and as you know, that comes straight up in your answer. So let's put a dash over the 1, over the 0, over the 1, and over the 4. That way we don't get anything mixed up. Okay, 52 will not divide into 1. 52 will not divide into 10. 52 will divide into 101. Let's see what happens if I multiply by 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's too big. So 1 time, and 1 times 52 is 52. Cannot take 2 from 1, so I borrow from 10. That becomes 9. That becomes 11. 11 minus 2, 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. Bring down the 4. Okay, so let's think about this. Probably, let's see, 52 times 9, 18, 45, 46. Yeah, 9 times. Okay, so 9 times 52, let me double check my work here, 18, 45, 46. So 468, subtract, cannot take 8 from 4, so I borrow from 9, that becomes 8, that becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is 6, 8 minus 6 is 2. I'm going to add a 0, bring it down. I might end up stopping, I'm not sure what happens here. So then 52 goes into 260. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 times. 10, here I'll do my work over here, 52 times 5, 10, 25, yep, 260, yay, okay. Wasn't sure what was going to happen. Okay, so 1 and 95 hundredths is your quotient. We got to remember these terms. All right, looking at example number 2. 4 and 9 hundredths divided by, I don't need this first 0 at all, okay? So I'm just going to write 0.02. All right. Well, I need that to be a whole number, and right now it's 2 out of 100. It's like 2 cents, okay? So the only way for me to make that a whole number is if I move it 1, 2 places to the right. Well, if I move that 2 places to the right, then I have to move this 2 places to the right. So this is actually going to be 409, because see, it moved all the way over here and landed right here. To be honest with you, I can drop that 0 now, and I'm just dividing by 2 because my decimal's here, which makes it a whole number. All right, so this comes straight up in my answer. You always get your decimal in place. Put a dash above the 4, above the 0, and above the 9. 2 goes into 4 2 times. Bring down the 0. 2 goes into 0 0 times. Bring down the 9. 2 goes into 9 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract. I'm going to add a 0, bring it down. And 2 goes into 10 5 times. So your answer, your quotient is 204 and 5/10. Okay, so the difference today is that your divisor will not be a whole number and you have to change it into a whole number. And if you move one place to the right to make it a whole number, then you move this one place to the right. If you move it 2 places to the right, then you move it 2 places to the right. Whatever you do to the divisor, you have to do to the dividend. All right, guys, you have some problems on the back. Do the best you can. Come back, get a key, check for accuracy. Good luck.